So yeah, we'll talk about all the things that we have here and how it is that we're gonna be putting it together.
It's beautiful. This
But
spread is
yeah,
beautiful. Like I
thank you.
can't. My eyes don't
This
know where to
is
go because I
exciting.
like.
I I have a fast food story. So looking at this makes me hungry. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry.
Word.
We are live, by the way.
Okay.
What up? Lovely.
But thanks y'all for joining us. This is gonna be really cool. I'm happy to have you here. Of Adobo-Fish-Sauce. So good to like meet you finally.
Yeah.
And happy to be here together.
Yeah,
In person. So
Yeah,
lovely.
it's nice to
Yeah.
finally put like real faces with the names we've been talking to for like a while now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't really know what to expect when I was emailing with you guys. So seeing this, I'm like, oh my god, I'm just like shocked. Like it's
Yeah.
so interesting.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can't wait
have
to
a-
hear about this specifically, but I know we're gonna get
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
If you want, I'll read you guys like a little bit of an intro to start
to jump into it. I
Oh,
like
great. All right, a welcoming embrace with a whispered bit of wisdom. Anthony Febo and Ricky Orng of Adobo-Fish-Sauce invite you to chop it up while we chop it up and prepare a fire cider together. This part poetry show, part podcast will guide audiences through stories of health, healing, and history with humor and metaphor.
Good job, Hugo.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
Yeah, well,
I appreciate it.
You must be a
appreciate it.
poet.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But yeah, no, so Adobo-Fish-Sauce started off as a cooking and poetry show between Ricky and I, where we took it on tour for colleges, where we cooked and performed at the same time, and did that for like almost like a year-ish so, and then we got very tired. And we were like, what can it look like? And we realized quickly that Adobo-Fish-Sauce was us and not so much the show, whatever that we did. And it's helped that we've have been friends for over a decade. So that's been a lot of fun.
How'd you meet?
We met through poetry.
Mhm.
Like yeah, Febo was actually he ran a poetry workshop or a class out in Lowell that I attended. I went there for a crush. She did poetry. I was like, I can do poetry.
I'm sad right now. I'm like, wait, tell me a little bit. Like,
But then, but yeah, I was like, oh, this is like really cool. Like people out here just like getting together and like sharing stories, writing poetry, and not only writing poetry, but like sharing it and performing it. So we've met at that workshop, and I ended up just sticking around, being pretty present, and it led to us like eventually working together once I got a little bit older, and we had like a youth spoken word organization based out in Lowell, and we also did like slam poetry. So we traveled around the country for like some festivals and slam events, and yeah, we've been like sharing spaces and doing like poetry stuff ever since then. You know, became friends, and Adobo-Fish-Sauce was actually like the project where we chose to like work together to do like poetry. But we always done like poetry related events and programming and teaching in other ways. But yeah, so I think we've been doing Adobo-Fish-Sauce maybe like 8 years, 7 years, something like that.
It'll be 10 years in 2 years.
Oh,
It'll be 10 years in 2 years.
you guys had to do something to celebrate.
I know. It'll be wild.
That's
But
really
yeah.
cool. Did you ever do any events out of Uncharted? Can I ask you?
Oh yeah. Oh, did yeah.
It's not there anymore, but
Well, I mean, we did a lot. We were just in Uncharted enough.
so you
Yeah.
were like, I just feel like
Well,
a lot of creative,
especially when
stuff.
Uncharted was on Market Street, we did an Adobo-Fish-Sauce version there, and I think that was the first time that we did an Adobo-Fish-Sauce show that they didn't allow us to cook on the hot plates. Because it makes sense. Not every place allows you to cook on hot plates, right?
Yeah, we could have burnt this place.
Yeah, exactly.
This is all perfect.
and we always tell people like there's no fire, there's it's all electric, but we get it. And so we had to switch it up that day. I think we ended up making like a smoothie or like a fruit salad or something like that. But just like always, I think
I remember now.
yeah, one of the key.
That's very nimble of you to be able to.
I think one of the key things one of the reasons why I knew that if I'm gonna make art with someone and create a project and have that be long lasting, one thing that they need to do is be able to accept what is in front of them and then add to it, right? Yes, and is something that we really practice a lot. I did some improv, and there's just like something about that has really always stuck with me, where a lot of opportunities that come our way, it actually, we have to talk ourselves out of it if we don't want to do it, right? It's always like, yes,
Yeah.
we can do it and we could do it this way, but does it actually make sense for us? Let's take a step back, you know what I mean? So like, we're always down to just jump in and accept what we're given and find a way to work with it, you know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you guys were here with us tonight.
Yeah.
Wait, so we were talking about poetry, but then like, where does the food part come in?
I feel like excited for this because also poetry is something that seems so daunting to me
Yeah.
and so intimate, and so like, and I like having something to do with my hands that
For
we're
sure.
gonna be. Do you know what I mean?
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to talk about the food, and I can talk about this specifically.
Yeah, I mean, food. I mean, I think specifically origin for Adobo-Fish-Sauce was Febo had an idea of like, we wanted, because we've been doing poetry, and especially through like a slam world for quite some time, and it's, I mean, what is wonderful is like you have parameters to work within, but I think we were trying to be really playful about how we can take like poetry that people may be familiar with and like do something a little bit different. And I think like food was food was end up showing up in some poetry that we were doing. I had a poem about brunch that I might do, I don't know.
Do it.
And then Febo like ended up writing a poem of his that had food, and I think we were just going back and forth around like, all right, how can we like bring this element to the audience even more, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think we're so used to like using our body and being expressive and theatrical and performative to tell the story, but how about actually like incorporating the actual like elements that we're referring to? So we end up like putting together a show, deciding that we can actually cook on like some electric hot plates, and yeah, that kind of sort of started, you know, our like first iteration of Adobo-Fish-Sauce.
Yeah, because like saying from slam, there's like no props, no musical accompaniment. It's just you and your thing. So like, what would happen if we broke out of that? And Ricky's poem about brunch really inspired me to write my own piece. And then also at that time, I was in a group, and we were touring. We were a poetry group, and we were like learning how to tour in colleges around the same time that group was fizzling out. Around the same time that we learned how to do it, it was also fizzling out. I'm like, now I don't know how to do this. If I were to do this, who would I want to do it with? I would do it with Ricky, how you know. And we just started talking, and we came up with this idea. And bringing it specifically to what's in front of us here is like, one of the things that we love using food for is because regardless of what culture you're from, where you are, everyone has to eat one way or another. So it brings people to the table. But food is not just something that we eat and make. Food is also medicine as well. And I had some health scares earlier, like a couple of years ago. My spleen exploded while I was training for a marathon. And it's like, anyways, I got it removed, got a big scar, and then after, like, while I was in recovery, one of my friends, shout out to Ella, she came through and made a fire cider for me, and I had no idea what that was. She like showed me this jar. She was like, in 4 weeks, strain this and just take a shot every day. I'm like, okay.
You said shots?
Yeah, it's like you said shots, exactly, right? So we was shaking, I was having a lot of fun with it, and eventually made it and realized that it was kitchen remedies, it was kitchen medicine, right? And it just really spoke to me, so I started looking into it a little bit more, experimenting with it, learning a lot about the foods that I was putting into my bodies, or the stuff that is on the food. And like, we won't have to get into it too much, because I'm not trying to like, you know, I'm not trying to go there, but I will if you need me to. You know, you let me know. I'm always ready to rock. But one of the things that really stuck out to me was like how we can make some medicine, and knowing exactly what is going into it, and it coming from the earth. There's something about that has always just resonated with me. And so here today we're gonna make a fire cider, right? Each in front of us, we each have a jar. We're each gonna make our own fire ciders. There's a book here. From Rosemary Gladstar, which, by the way, what a phenomenal name, Rosemary Gladstar, right? As someone that's an herbalist, and
That's so cute.
and fire ciders have been made for years. The name Fire Cider has been around for a while. The book also talks about how there was some corporations try to like trademark the word fire cider, and a bunch of people fought back, being like, that's like trying to trademark the word water, dog. Like you can't, you can, you know what I mean? Like that's just it's out here for everybody, and so there is no wrong way to make a fire cider. There are a lot of different recipes that you can follow, but today we just brought a bunch of some of the favorite ingredients, and we're literally gonna chop them up, put whichever ones we want in our jar, and then we'll top it off with some apple cider vinegar, and then we will close it. You keep it, and then it is yours. And every day, using this, give it a nice little shake, and after 4 weeks, crack it open and strain it. And then you're able to take the shots. I also brought a little bit of fire cider for us to taste.
Ooh,
maybe we can like do it. That's how we can end the show as
sure.
like, you know, we made it, and then we can potentially see what it can taste like moving on.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And so just so we know what's here, we got some oranges. Shout out to vitamin C. Same thing with
Some citrus.
we got lemons. We also have some
Red onion.
I see
red
onions, and I
onions.
was like, wait, it's Shrek. I can think of it.
We got red onions. We got some garlic. Onions and garlic are honestly some of like nature's best medicine. Just it's kind of wild the things that you can do with just onion and garlic. We also have some ginger, some turmeric, thyme, rosemary. Thyme, rosemary, and sage.
Ooh,
We also have some jalapenos and some cloves as well. You don't need to put all of them, but if you do, it's gonna taste good anyways. You
Oh
know
my
what I mean?
god, it's so cool.
And just keeping in mind that the size of this jar is what it is. So if
Okay,
you're
so-
gonna do I would say half of these larger fruit of the larger fruits, and then you can add just as much. Got a little something here if you case you wanna
Like zest.
if you wanna
Heck
zest. You know what I
yeah.
mean? If
That's-
you wanna cut it down, up
This
to
is
you.
ginger.
That's ginger. That's
My-
turmeric.
I've
My
never
mom
seen
just make-
turmeric like
Yeah.
A ginger turmeric tea, and that's
Oh,
something
hell
that she's
yeah.
done. I used to get. I was sick when I was young, and she would make like anything anti-inflammatory. So she was
Yeah,
like turmeric,
100%.
ginger, like.
The things that I've seen people do with just ginger alone,
Yeah.
of like making like a poultice, which is just like you just shave some of it down, wrap it in a warm cloth, and put it on like your knees or something. Like I haven't done it yet, but I've heard great things. You know what I mean? One of my favorite home remedies for onion is if you're feeling sick or if you feel like you got a little something going on, you just like cut a couple of slices. And you put it at the bottom of your foot, and you put a sock on, you fall asleep with it.
No way.
You fall asleep with it. And the sock, yeah. And the
I do not believe you,
the
Sean.
onion will you'll
No
start
way.
to you'll start to kind of like smell it and taste it a little bit,
I'm dead.
and
I
then
would
you will
never.
the onion will
My cat
pull
sleeps on my feet. She'd
Yeah.
be like, "What the fuck
the
is
onion
this?"
the onion will pull some really funky stuff out of the yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But yeah, grab a little something,
Okay,
whatever
cool.
you're interested in. I'm gonna here's an onion out here. Definitely yeah, just do the thing. Your
I'm like,
boy's
should I
gonna start
create it?
with
Can I see the?
yeah,
thingy?
please, here you go.
I'm gonna
Yeah, let's
create
get
a
some
little
chopping sounds in this piece. You know what I mean? There it is.
So when people and I did our fire cider, you know, obviously, you know, there's different ways you can fit the ingredients into the jar.
bit. Yeah.
But you know, when we were doing it, one we wanted to make things look cute as well.
It's cute as fun.
But you know, people was mentioning how like some of the ingredients can, you know, break down easier or have like more surface area to interact with the cider itself. So it's like, I mean, all of those things have a little influence on it, but
Yeah.
like Febo said, like there's really no wrong way of putting
Yeah.
things together.
One of my favorite recipes for fire cider is called the Four Thieves, and it is lavender, thyme, rosemary, sage. So those 4 herbs,
Yeah.
a shit ton of garlic, and a bunch of cloves, and just that, and it honestly tastes like a garden. Like you put it
Oh,
in,
it tastes like a garden. So
Yeah.
you sip it afterwards, and you're like, yep, that is herbal. That is definitely herbal.
And I feel like that's not really. I don't know. It's not talked about like. Like I know that people there's like health crazes or whatever, but I feel like there's something to be said for like trying something that's not manufactured but comes from the earth, like what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like I feel
Yeah.
like there's something that feels good about doing something that's like
It's so
natural.
rewarding.
Yeah.
Too, like,
Yeah.
to even grow it yourself.
Exactly.
I did have a garden this summer, and it was my first
Hell
time.
yeah.
Ooh.
And I did cherry tomatoes. I just kept it really simple because it was my first time. So I was like, I don't
Hell
know if I
yeah.
can handle anything more than this. But I got a lot of tomatoes, and then I made like recipes with them. And my neighbor's this really funny guy. His name is Tommy, and he's lived in like the house that he's lived in for like 60 years.
Yeah.
And he's he's Italian. He's from Italy. He only speaks Italian. His
Yes.
garden is like the entire perimeter of his house. It goes up like he has these elaborate. And I see him pick from it and eat with it, and I'm like, oh my god, he's growing his own food. Like,
Yes.
Love that.
It's
so-
there's something really satisfying about growing your own food
Yeah.
and using it either to feed yourself or to heal yourself.
Yeah.
Like this summer had a bunch of onions and like used a lot of that in some fire ciders. We also grew some oregano, which is really some cilantro, which is really good for removing like metals from the body as well. Cilantro is solid,
I
yo.
didn't know that it was
I
that
feel
good
bad.
for you.
It's cilantro is good.
the people with
For
the soap
you.
gene where they think it tastes like soap.
They're full of metal.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. They're like and like along with that scare and the dipping into more herbal medicines, I also like got into a lot more like acupuncture as well.
Yeah.
And the acupuncturist that I was seeing did 5-element acupuncture, which
Ooh.
the four that you would think of plus metal as well, and those are correlated to different organs in the body. And like before my spleen exploded, she was always telling me, she was like, yo, your earth energy is low, and I'm like, okay, don't know what that means, but I like the way it sounds. And I like later on found out that my spleen is an earth organ.
I didn't know that.
It's,
If it holds
yeah.
a lot of blood, so there's a lot of not copper. Hemoglobin is made out of what?
Wow, have you
Iron.
ever, like,
Iron. That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
it was
there's-
pre-med.
No,
Yeah.
you're good.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
go,
Yeah, there you
baby. Yeah. Keep in mind that the turmeric is definitely gonna stain the hands. Just keep
Oh my
that in
god, no,
mind.
I've been smelling.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's the best. Don't
You
get me
can't
wrong.
tell with this light. Is
But
It's
it's
proof.
gonna
It's proof.
It's gonna stain on your hands for sure.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was
It's gotta be orange.
Exactly.
I haven't like used like raw turmeric like this before. It's so cool.
It's good. It's very satisfying, and it will
Very,
100%.
it will definitely
Yeah.
stay. Good to know.
Yeah. And so yeah, so I think Ricky was saying that we did a show at the MFA,
Yeah.
and
Oh my god, that's so cool.
we did a version of we created a fire cider, a really big jar of it,
Whoa.
and incorporated that into the show because we weren't able to cook. We were inside, and right above us was a big art piece. Definitely.
Yeah.
When was that?
It was over the summer.
In July, I think.
July. Yeah.
That's so cool. Was it for like students or was it just for
No, it was like
anybody?
like a Friday, like one of the.
Oh, the
big-
vinyl nights?
First
Yeah.
Fridays or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I went to a bunch of those this summer. They were really fun.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I wish I had known about that.
Yeah, no, it was a really cool show, and so one of the reasons that we wanted to bring this to y'all today is also because in the new year, Ricky and I are we're in Rhode Island now. We've been in part of the Boston, Massachusetts scene for pretty much our whole careers, but Ricky's been out in Providence in Rhode Island now for how long?
5 years.
Yeah, and I just moved there with my family last year, and so now we're Adobo-Fish-Sauce. We're trying to kick up some stuff in the Rhode Island area.
Yeah.
And so next year, we're planning some exciting stuff. Trying to do a project every quarter.
Sweet.
Mainly because like a lot of the stuff that we've done has been in response to people asking us to do stuff.
Oh, nice.
Which has been beautiful, but it also means that sometimes it'll be like, come to this school and perform for this group, or come to this club and perform for this. So it's not very public, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we're trying to make some of these events
More accessible.
and allowing it for people to come through, and because a lot of people might know us individually, but have never gotten a chance to like see or catch an Adobo-Fish-Sauce
Yeah.
event type of thing, So
It's interesting because when we talked about this, I was like, I feel like I'm curious as to like what it's gonna be because I didn't understand like how it would kind of be more of like a immersive experience almost.
Yeah.
Like it's like tactile, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we so we've been having fun and playing around with like literally playing with food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also kind of like changing that stigma. We've done this activity that we sometimes call like the 5 bites, and is where we take guests along on almost like this very intentional like eating experience where we give them like very specific like invitations, things to like consider when they are like taking each of their bites. So we kind of like ask folks to like maybe like eat with one side of your mouth, for example, like a side that you're not the most comfortable with, or like chew like obnoxiously loud, just stuff like that to kind of just like change the experience. And all this kind of leads to just being a little bit more mindful and present. And we kind of paired that like intentional eating with other sort of invitations, whether it's like a question or some sort of other like follow-up like engagement with either yourself or the people on your table. It's just like all these different ways of doing things that we are pretty much familiar with, and that kind of going back to like poetry itself, like the art, the poems, the stories, it's already there. It's all about like how we can find it and acknowledge it, or like extract it, or like recommunicate those exact things.
Do you sorry to interrupt you, but do you sometimes like pick what you're gonna make because you're speaking about it in the poem, so you're basically creating recipe and then like describing it in the poetry, or is it kind of more of just like an essence? Does that make sense?
It's always like a different experience.
Okay.
We do have poems that are directly referencing what we're doing. There's other times where like arguably like this could be the show, and we can at certain point talk about any of these ingredients, because there are stories and memories and even poetry related to the things that we have here.
Even like seeing this, I was like, I feel like I'm at like someone's altar of like memories, and like I don't know what they are, but it makes me like want to know. And I feel like that even about how like I enter someone's space. I feel like you guys have just like made the space your own. And I love it.
We like to recreate like that very familial
experience.
Like the kitchen, the dining table, like those are all things that we all have our own individual experiences, but we can all come together.
Because when you're at a house party, you know that at a certain point the party's gonna go over to the kitchen. And when you're in the kitchen, that's when you're getting some good shit. You know what I mean?
I think the kids don't know anymore.
That's it right there. You know what I mean? Like the dance floor is gonna be fun.
It was cute.
And the living room's gonna have the games. The kitchen is gonna have the cheese man. You know what I mean? The kitchen is gonna have
the nourishment.
You know what I mean? Like the auntie cooking up something that you're like, oof, I've been waiting all year for this, or something like that.
Pretty
so there's like an idea of home, and that shows up. That constantly shows up in the work, and even if, and we bring a set every time that we go somewhere to do something, because regardless of what the poems are talking about, it's also this idea of seeing things that might seem familiar, right? Whether or not, doesn't matter if you know who those people are, or if you exactly like know what the people in the photos, or if you've read the books before, but we all have in our home, or at least at some point have seen some type of like shelving that is not just books, that it has a bunch of knickknacks, that on each of those have a story, and we do our best to like make sure that folks know that all that is welcomed in the space that we're in and what we're trying to like cook up together. And there's a certain level of theatrics that as a theater kid I just also really enjoy. And Ricky's one of the best designers that I have met as well, and so there's just something about being able to put all of those things together, because one of the main things that we try to also incorporate is this idea of and versus or, right? Like we don't have to do cooking or poetry. We like to do cooking and poetry. We don't have to do like just a straight poem or a set. We can do both, right? And so we are constantly trying to blend these things and allow them to be multifaceted, because all of us are multifaceted, and all of us, you know, it's sometimes the metaphors write themselves. You don't even gotta do nothing. You just,
Yeah, it feels like you guys are
you
very
don't have to
like.
do much.
yeah.
Already are.
I feel like you guys are definitely like, I can see the partnership. It's like you guys like, what is it? It's like we match each other's freak, where it's like
Yeah.
your creative brain and my creative brain can like keep going with an idea.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, people has ideas.
This is so like I really like even my eyes but also it's so many senses like even smelling this I was like, oh, this is even more fun because I get to like use senses I don't typically try to use. Does that make sense?
We joke during our live show, and we're like, we have a third member of the show.
Yeah, the third member is Waft.
Yep, it's the waft.
And they're like kind of cute, like fun.
So yeah, especially when we get to actually fry some stuff.
Yeah.
What do you typically fry? That was what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
What are you frying up? Like, what is the?
I have a couple of things that I like to do. Like when I first started the show, I would do like Cambodian grilled corn.
Ooh.
You know, I try my best with what we have. But I would make like a sweet like coconut sauce, kind of drizzled on top.
Yeah.
Very sweet, little savory. Got like fish sauce, and like I'll put a little green onions in it. So those are like that's like a food that is really like a fixture at like Cambodian like barbecues and everything. So I'm trying to bring a little bit of that to everyone that gets it, you know, able to experience Adobo-Fish-Sauce. And
Is that like a home flavor? Like I feel like we have like home flavors or like home foods. Like
yeah, I think it's just like I said, it's like when there's like a cookout, like that's one of like the key offerings that we have there. Done like some beef skewers as well.
Especially whenever we've gotten a chance to do an adobo fish sauce outside, usually bust out the beef skewers.
Yeah, I like an open fire.
Yeah.
If I can.
My man is like, can we do open fire?
But can you see now why we were like, hey, I don't know if it's a good
no. Makes sense. That makes sense.
It's okay. We can.
Me and Matt built these walls with plywood and carpet. They would light up like.
Love it.
It will definitely. We will definitely leave more than an impression here.
No, I would love for it to smell like this. They did a really crazy egg performance here last night. That was very cute.
Yeah.
There were a lot of eggs in the
It was like
building.
an ASMR thing.
Yeah.
Like dressed as eggs and cracking eggs.
Come on.
It was like performance art. It was interesting to watch.
so
it was
here for
also
it.
kind of gross, and I was like, if it smells
It
like
was
eggs in the
nasty.
studio, I'm gonna freak out. And
Oh
it
my
did.
goodness.
There was mayonnaise at some point.
Oh wow.
Oh shoot.
This is a dream to me right now. I was there only filming. I wasn't in it, and I was like, I gotta go. I was like,
That's so. And the lighting was just like this too.
Yeah.
No, the lighting was more
no,
dramatic.
we
on
just.
it.
I was like, almost reminded like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but like
Yes.
scary. I don't.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I mean we're excited to like you know, share a little bit of poetry with
Yes.
y'all as well.
Yeah.
Please.
And happy to, you know, tell more stories. But yeah, we've been kind of really hitting it at all of this is it's somewhat familiar. Like the poetry might feel like very like specific to our personal,
Totally.
but I like to believe that there's always something that
A
is
through line.
an entryway for
Yeah.
people to connect with your story.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be surprised how many people relate to like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You want to kick it first?
you
You
know,
want me to get it?
maybe you can go get it.
Okay. So how do I want to intro this? I think a lot of who it is that I am now is, I think, definitely stemming from my pops, and not just from my pops, but also the understanding that we all kind of knew that because of his family history that he was gonna die young, right? He was the youngest of 12. His father died from Alzheimer's when he was 9. Like 10 of my dad's like
Siblings.
10 of them have passed, all from Alzheimer's, and the 2 that are alive also have it. And so it's like a really like weird, scary thing that we kind of just always knew was gonna happen. And he did a really good job of making sure that he was remembered. And he passed 6 months after Luna was born in 2020. And so we knew, like, I think this like feeling of losing a father while becoming a father is something that I've also been like thinking a lot about and writing a lot about. But this year we were blessed with a phenomenal piece of history by a one historian now named Bad Bunny that dropped the Debí Tirar Más Fotos album that has just shifted everything. And when that album came out, the first song on that album samples a song that my pops grew up listening to and grew up singing to me, and I would play that original version for Luna. And when the album came out and the sample, she recognized the sample, and there was just something about that like generational things that like existed through music that just made this something that I needed to write. El Gran Combo's horns, responding to Bad Bunny's Nueva York, makes Luna respond with Papi, and the dance has already started. And there is no car ride too short for us to shimmy our shoulders, for us to sing along, for us to imprint in our bones this legacy sampled from a song released way before this exhale of joy. Luna doesn't know this yet. But as she sings this chorus, she is exalting her abuelo, who would have lost his mind at the collaboration of El Gran Combo and Bad Bunny, of the salsa and reggaeton, of his grandchild singing the chorus he sang to his child. When my pops was losing his mind, the thing he held on to the longest were the lyrics of his childhood. Songs that freed him from his shyness when they brought him to life on the dance floor, or when he sang them off key, or when he would take the words when we would change the melody but keep the words to make the moment sing. My father's freedom came in the form of free-flowing limbs, a dash of rhythm, a ton of heart, which he led with, and you didn't have to dance with him in order to feel kissed by the wind of a spin. When I dance with Luna now, she just runs in circles around me. Hands attached, I step 2, 3 and dip. She's in front now, asking to slide between my legs. I missed her first steps, but I will teach her these since she was 2 minutes old. I've been holding her in my arms, making up songs and dancing in front of the mirror so she can see herself free. 2, 3, she's 4 now. Gliding across the living room with arms extended, pretending this rug is her stage, which it is, and that all eyes are on her, which they are, as if singing and dancing can keep her abuelo alive, which it does. So now the 3 of us are making the living room live up to its name, adding some salsa to the sala, some sofrito to these tepitos, and with each song sung, a sliver of her abuelo's soul survives. I feel most alive when I remember he's gone. Like damn, he would have loved this song. Like damn, he would have sang along with the words all wrong. And you see this is the cruel curse Alzheimer's has cast on us. How the playlist of Luna's memories of her abuelo will be contrived of samples produced before she was alive. But they did meet in the 6 months before he died. My birthday 2020, 2 weeks after she was born. My pops bedridden, his speech and movement limited. And then Luna cried. And he extended a hand and said, as if to invite her to dance, as if to sing, si te quieres divertir, con encanto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir. Word. Yeah. I'm gonna eat this orange.
That was beautiful.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah,
I feel like I just like had like a whole experience.
Yeah.
I was like, am I gonna cry now?
Yeah, I mean, it's the onions. It's the onions.
It's the
You're good,
onions,
you're
it's
good,
the
you're good.
onions.
It's the
You
onions.
need more napkins?
Yeah, I got you.
No, I'm good. That was just
That's
really
wonderful,
powerful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just something I think about I think at least like a lot of like Puerto Rican culture
Hmm.
is that it is very like lively and um, there's always a song, there's always a rhyme, there's always like a saying that rhymes, and so there's always like musicality, like lyricality, and like embedded throughout the culture that like I hope more than anything like I'm able to pass on to Luna, and that she's able to understand that about her culture as well. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a lot of family that lives out here.
That's
so,
like very. I feel like my roommate's actually half Dominican, half Puerto Rican, and she's a singer. And I feel like everything she does is musical, and it's so different than how I grew up. But I love being around it.
Yeah.
But like I can feel that from her a lot. Like she is a musically inclined person, and I definitely think that she is lively. She definitely adds a lot of it. That's interesting.
Well, yeah. All right, my guy. What you got? Talk to us.
I'll talk to you. Well, I just want to kind of
Paint a
point
picture.
to just a little bit of this part of the setup here. But we have some family photos that we included on here. It's just a way to bring our, you know, our people in here. And I know Febo got his parents on the top
On their wedding day.
Very classy.
Yeah, and I got a photo of my a Polaroid of my dad, looking like a young handsome man he is.
Yeah.
What does it say on the Polaroid?
It
Someone
says,
send me 100 pounds of rice.
Easy.
As someone who likes graphics, this is such a cool photo.
It
That is so
It's
cool. Yeah, I
good.
know.
I think I asked my dad what's the story behind that, and he's like, I don't know if he remembers, but I think his coworker was trying to be offensive.
Oh,
But I think it's a memory nonetheless. So
yeah, it's something to like
Yeah.
laugh about with.
yeah. So, but I a little bit of like my background. Febo and I are, we spent a lot of time in Lowell before being in Rhode Island, and like Lowell has a big Cambodian population. I think like the second largest in the States. So it's just like really beautiful to kind of like be surrounded by that, just like that culture, that Cambodian American culture, and so my parents, they emigrated here as like refugees from the conflict out in Southeast Asia, and they were young. It's funny things like talking about stories like I'm not trying to be like off, going on different tangents of like
No,
different
sad.
like different all these different stories that I've like learning about family. Part of our project was like interviewing our parents and kind of learning a little bit more about their story. So I did a lot of that with my dad, and one of the really interesting things that I learned that like when my mother was pregnant with me, she and my dad had like a donut shop in like California.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's like a lot of Cambodians that run donut shops.
Cool.
Out in California.
I'm
It's like,
kind of a thing.
yeah, it's like a thing. And she used to joke around with her customers about naming me after donut flavors. Right. Like glaze, French cruller, jelly boy. My name was deep fried and tossed into something sweet, so American folk can chew on it easy. I was actually born in Salem, Wichtown, Massachusetts.
Oh, hell yeah.
My father flew across the country with boxes and a broomstick in the back of the U-Haul. This jelly boy popped out. Call it a miracle. Call it homeland that can fit in my parents' arms. My dad didn't make it to the hospital on time. So instead, my uncle, this dark-skinned Cambodian with a fryer grease for a lung, he had the responsibility of writing my name down. Of course, Cambodians can't spell. I was supposed to be named after like a Thai singer, someone my mom loved listening to, who wrote these beautiful love songs, but my name is actually a typo. It is spelled Sophornya. The PH in my name is pronounced more like a P than the F sound. that H was probably placed there to document this breath, this exhale, this burning smoke turning into a sigh of relief. If you know other Cambodians, a lot of them have the same SOPH prefix, like my dad, Sapun, SOPHON, my ex, Sapi, SOPHY, and one of my besties, Sapik, SOPHEAK. My name is pronounced Sapunya Rafiki Ho's baby Simba above Pride Rock, but my name is not Rafiki or Simba, but it's Simba's butt. Right? It's where wisdom and youth collide. Is my grandma screaming out my name from the second floor window for me to eat dinner to a family of wild animals. I just want to make my family proud. I just want to make 2 generations of Oxens proud. My name is maybe a proud mistake. My name could be a donut, perhaps, right? Because there's like a hole in the middle of a donut, and I use my middle name as my hole. I introduce myself to y'all as Ricky, but I do have a first name that sits in the back of my throat, and if it stays there, I wonder if it will ever come out, and if it comes out, will it be burnt? My parents aren't together anymore, but I like to believe that they can share a home within me. Sapunya, my, I was supposed to be named after a Thai singer, but I tell everyone that I write my own love songs now. Sapunya. When my sister was born, we would watch Lion King like every day to help her fall asleep. And if there's anything that I can leave y'all with, is that Cambodians can't spell if their life depended on me. We put an H wherever we want, and I think it's to show everyone that we're still breathing.
Oh man.
That's sick.
Yeah, so.
Even like the way you guys deliver, like, or like the cadence of it is like, I can feel that like things, how the pulse of the story is going. It's like interesting because I feel you guys have it mastered almost, where I can tell that like are you doing breath work while you're doing this? Can I ask you that? Or like, are you breathing in a specific way so you can keep talking faster? Or like have a, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking about when to take breaths. I think a lot about the silence as well, or like the pacing of it. Like I think I haven't taken a lot of writing workshops. I've taken a lot more performance workshops, right? So the way that people would use certain literary devices to make their writing stronger, I use performing devices to make my writing stronger. As I'm writing, I'm also performing it out loud and thinking about it as that, like, as the whole thing, which is why, like, when I got an opportunity to get, like, a book published, I was hella nervous because I'm like, but wait, do they know that I pause here? But do they know I'm supposed to get louder here and then get quieter so that this part can then do the other thing? So, like, it took a very long time to, like, let go of some of that and allow it to just exist the way that people are going to take it, as opposed to me being the one to deliver it. But
yeah, and I just feel like it's so natural the way you guys are. Like, I can't tell, like, you know what I mean? It almost feels like a secret sauce or whatever, but as you're doing it, I'm like, oh, this is, like, flowing. I don't know.
Yeah.
An interesting pattern.
Do you find that you have like a style, like that you kind of go back to or something? Because like obviously you're two very different like stories to tell. But like at first I was like, wait, he's performing. I was like, he's just talking right now. We're just having a good time. Can I pause you? And then I was like, actually, don't do that. Like, this has started.
I haven't seen a lot of spoken words. So
no,
like,
but I
this
love
is
that.
cool.
That was kind of cool because
really
you
cool.
like eased into it, whereas like you were like, and it's happening now, which is cool.
I've
like,
tried to do that. It does not work for me.
But like that's part of the style.
Yeah,
that's part of the style.
I need a moment to like, okay, and now it's beginning, and then now it is ending.
Yeah.
But Ricky does a really good job of.
I've practiced that poem.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't done that poem like this. This is the time I've done this poem. This one time, you know.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I think when it comes stylistically, I mean, there's so many different ways to approach writing. You know, it's like a craft and art form. Like you can push with it, play with it. At least for me, like I probably have a style, but what I try to strive to do is to write in a tone that feels like you're having a conversation.
Yeah. I like it. Like it was engaging, and I also was like, I don't know, like I'm learning. Like I don't know. It was cool.
So it's like, especially when you're thinking about performances, it's very much like you have the time on stage, and the beautiful thing about at least like a spoken word, like open mic or space, is like it is very interactive. Like the audience should be engaging with the performer,
snapping,
responding. So all of that is encouraged. So but it's interesting, like how do you have a conversation with the audience where like there isn't necessarily like you couldn't just stop me maybe, you know, but it's fun to be able to do like our Adobo-Fish-Sauce show, because we play around very much about who is our guest and how they can interact with us, you know. So I know we got pretty much full jars.
Yeah, we're ready to pour.
Should we?
Are we ready to pour?
Yeah. Let's get that. How we doing on time? How we doing?
I don't even know, guys.
It's 10:20.
Oh my
god. We got like after a while, like I kind of know when I'm listening to a poem now from doing slam so many times, like this poem's gonna go over. Like, that's over 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I can feel it in my body, and then be like, it would have been, but the time penalty, I'm like, I knew it. I could just feel it. And now we've done our show enough times where I kind of also feel now in my body, like, it's been close to an hour.
Wow, so you can like gauge it. Like,
it just like internally, you're like, I feel like it's. Let's check
that's
the time.
like you've like learned that.
I mean, like, luckily, I feel really blessed that over the years I've been able to make like performance and poetry one way or another into a career, and like performing a lot of different times to the point where like I'm able to feel that, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, Ricky. Come on, pour. Let's go.
Guys, I made my own pickles over the summer too. Like
you doing this for everybody?
Sure, I could.
Hell yeah.
Can I give you my jar?
Yes.
Thank you.
But this is the first time pickling, and I was like, this is a brand new experience for me.
Hell yeah.
But I did use a cookbook that someone signed from a farm in Lexington, like to my grandmother, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, that was interesting. But I was like, these pickles are sweet. It was so much sugar. Like they were just eating sugar back then.
But was it bussin'?
It was, yeah.
Love that. All right, I can do this for you.
Thanks.
No, we'll shake all of it together at the end because there's something. So yes. So now that you have these, right? Keep them in a cool place away from any extreme temperature, right? And somewhere that you can see it, so that way. Is it okay if I grab?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want to shake it every day, once or twice every day. Shake it just to be able to get it out. And after 4 weeks, you can take it, strain it, drink the liquid. You can leave it for longer if you want to. Sometimes I forget to shake it, and so I just leave it for like a month, like 2 months, whatever, right? Just doing its thing. But yeah, let's shake it up. Yeah.
We're not gonna jump on this.
I mean, not if you close it, right?
I just started doing it. I was just like, I'm going wait.
Just going, right? Pow, lovely. And like I said, I brought
we can try some.
I brought some Fire Cider. So this is similar ingredients, but there's beets in here as well.
Oh.
So beets are really good for the liver, and since I don't have a spleen, I gotta take care of my liver. So I rock with beets a lot. You know.
You're like been losing.
So yeah, let's grab some of these. This one, and I also highly recommend that once you pour it out, and you're like, add some honey. We didn't bring honey today, but like.
Oh yeah, make it a little sweet.
Yeah.
I just I'm good. No wait.
No, not that.
I instinctively was like, oh yeah, we're gonna try it.
No, you're good.
What would that taste like? Can I ask you?
It would taste like apple cider vinegar. Wanting to be something else.
Okay, got
pretending to be.
Pretending to be something that she's not.
Exactly. And then
I'll wait for you guys.
Once you have your stuff, you can keep it in the fridge. I like the way it tastes in the fridge. Some people keep it on the counter. It has a pretty long shelf life because
just vinegar.
It's just vinegar. You know what I mean? So, for sure. I don't know. Some people like having a chaser. I don't. I'm gangster.
I'm gangster. I can be gangster.
I just like take it down.
Let's do it.
It is not. This doesn't taste. It doesn't taste awful, but it's not like, oh my goodness, can I have another? Just so you know,
You're doing work for yourself.
Exactly. All right.
Good.
So
Okay, cheers.
there's one in Spanish where we go pa arriba, pa abajo, pa el centro y pa adentro. All right, here we go.
Oh, we
Up,
just
down.
did it?
You do it.
I'm a sipper, so
I just said it.
I'm just going to sip.
Oh, wow.
I kind of liked it.
I like this one. This one came out pretty
Another.
It's
good.
punchy.
Yeah, exactly. Another.
It like gets you. Like it's like tart.
Yeah. Well, I think there's this one. I think I had some fun with lemons. This is very lemony to me.
It like feels good though. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Oh,
Like
I
immediately
mean,
opens
yeah.
up something.
Like the way that I take a shot almost every day, and I think I've been sick like once in the last like
I
year
knew this
and a
would
I
half.
believe in that type of shit. My grandma ate a jalapeno every day. She lived till she was 100.
Come on.
Oh, damn.
Easy.
Literally.
That's it. Eat some clove. Eat some garlic. I think of garlic.
Put some onion in your socks. You know?
I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna hook you up with a couple of them real quick, right? Chopped up onion, chopped up garlic with honey. A day. After a day, you can drink that liquid. And that's some good stuff right there. If you have a fever, put on wet socks.
Oh no.
And then dry socks over, because it'll pull the heat from the head down to the body, down to your feet.
Oh wow.
To move the blood. Yeah, and that onion in the socks really is one.
Do y'all have one like any of those like
Little
home remedies yourself?
I mean, like my dad was always like, he was very much like, I'm gonna make spaghetti and sauce if he ever had to cook anything, and that's it.
That's it.
And my mom was like, he's Italian and my mom's Irish, and my mom, it's like her cooking wasn't the best, but she always did make like turmeric and ginger drinks, like
Yeah.
when we had upset stomachs. That was like the thing.
Yeah.
She made like a tea.
Love that.
Yeah, so that was kind of probably the only like home remedy she ever made. And she would but she would sometimes freeze pineapple skins to put in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I'd find them in the freezer and be like, why do we have so much frozen pineapple
Yeah,
skins?
there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff in there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. My grandma was Mexican actually, and like, yeah, it was like the jalapeno thing, and then also like she just drank a lot of lemon tea. And she would
Hot water with lemon?
Yeah, just hot water with lemon.
Some old ladies are on that. I feel like in the service industry, it was like every table with old ladies
Yeah,
are like
she'd be
hot
like,
water with lemon.
Hotter.
I like-
make it really hot.
Honestly, like drinking like water with lemon in the morning on an empty stomach is really great for cleansing.
I'm like, that's great.
Yeah, it's just like that simple stuff. Is that something Carly, my wife, is on that pretty hard, and I'm trying to jump on them as
Oh, yeah,
well.
Carly. We know Carly.
Yeah, Carly's the truth. Shout out to you.
Shout out Carly.
So yeah, we're gonna be having whether we call it whether the show itself is called Fire Cider Chats, FIREsidechatCIDER.
We've been having a fun time saying it.
Fireside Chat Cider. Whether the event is called that or not, we are going to be having one of these in the first quarter of the new year, so probably either in February or March, where we are inviting folks over. Everybody will get one of these. We'll do a show, so there'll be more poems around some of the ingredients that are in here. Folks will get a chance at their table to chop up some stuff, put it in, bring it home with them, and we'll be announcing some of that on our socials.
Cool.
And one thing that we're very excited to announce in the new year is that we're gonna start a newsletter. It's not gonna be anything. We're not spamming your stuff, but just to be able to, like I said, we're trying to be a little bit more proactive as opposed to reactive in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And as a way to get people connected, we'll be pulling out a newsletter, but that's not ready yet, so don't look for it. All right? We'll tell you when to look for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. Well,
That's
thank
good,
you so much, guys.
Yeah,
this was
this
like
is
awesome.
I'm feeling inspired. I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to try poetry.
Yeah, there's some really great mics here in Massachusetts. I mean, every single Wednesday there's one at the Cantab Lounge in Cambridge. Every first and third Wednesday in Lowell, there's an open mic that Ricky runs at the Dragonfly Cafe.
No way.
Oh my god, cool.
First and third in Providence, there's one at AS 220
On Thursday,
on Thursdays, and the first and third Fridays at Just Bookish in Dorchester. This Friday, tomorrow, I'm actually featuring at the open mic.
Cool.
There tomorrow,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's really exciting. Yeah, the homies Crystal Valentine and Emmanuel, who is currently the Boston Poet Laureate. They were the ones that run it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a good time. Yeah.
That's sweet.
I got
That's
a new poem trying to debut tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Exciting.
About D&D. I love myself some D&D. So
That's
we'll see what happens. But yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming, guys.
Thank
This was
you,
such a
y'all.
pleasure,
Yeah,
honestly.
seriously.
I came in like not knowing what to expect, and I'm like, was wowed.
Yeah.
I'm
Word.
glad.
Like every sense.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
We like to just we can talk shit for
Yeah.
forever.
For a long time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it. That's why this is the place to yap. So
Yes.
I love that.
Word.
yeah.
Cool.
Cute.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank ya.